Hi, and welcome to Terry Travels, and welcome to Newport Station. It's the next part of my walk to Melbourne, and it's a cold morning. It's cold, it's damp. It's not windy, which is good, but it is cold and damp, and I've got to get on. Next stop is Seddon via Spotswood and Yarraville. It's going to be an interesting walk. We're going through older suburbs of Melbourne, heading towards the city, of course, going under the Westgate Bridge. Going to have a lot of weird stuff happen. So let's get on with it. We've got to start walking, dudes. Okay, got cafes here along the edge of the train station. I'm not caffeinating here. I'm actually going to wait until I get to Yarraville. It's going to be a reward for getting to Yarraville. It is coffee. And yeah, it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. It's a little later than I usually do these. Mostly because I got up late, to be honest with you. But yeah, they're actually fixing up the water around here, so there is some noisiness. And a good old-fashioned barber pole. And I'm going to do my joke. I've got a great joke here. You ready? There's Pilates. Pilates is great because I love Greek food. They're actually digging up the centre of this road. So it's probably a good thing I'm not driving. Lots of diversions, let's say. And we start hitting the houses. This is Elfin Street, I'm just crossing now. Very typical kind of houses around here. This one's got a tree house. That's kind of cool. Love a tree house. Yeah. Nice. And of course over there we are following the train line for a while. I don't know if we're going to continue to follow the train line because there's a possibility of a straight way through. There may be, there may not be. Google Maps isn't precise on this. And there's a deli up here on the corner that does good business. To be honest, do you reckon I should stop for a coffee? Oh, tempted. Very tempted. I'm going to stop for a coffee. Because I've been a good boy so far. I've done 28 kilometres. Probably 29 by now. But yeah, I'm going to stop the camera and get a coffee. Here we are in the Greenwich Deli. Very nice. Nice people, and I expect the coffee to be nice too. Cool. Yeah, I think I need an extra coffee today. Okay, coffee's achieved. Got that. I'll let you know how it is. Just for a sec. Yeah, thumbs up to the Greenwich Deli. That's a good one. And we're back to the terrace houses along here with old iron lace on them, so it's quite pretty. I like these older houses. New ones I don't like so much. Older ones I really do. Even the blocks of flats are a bit older here. Yeah, the Greater Western Water is doing an upgrade to the water systems around here. And there goes a train. Feeling good today. How is everybody? Yeah, I'm doing fine. Survived the weekend. Survived Sunday when I did that enormous walk. It's now Thursday, and the reason I didn't do a further update on this earlier in the week is it was pissing down rain for days. Really heavy rain, cold winds. Not conducive to having a water sensitive camera. So I waited for the weather to pick up, and today is the day. Here's a telecommunications infrastructure building, ugly as they always are. See? Very utilitarian. I'm getting better with the gimbal too. Moving things around with the gimbal does take a little effort, but it's all good. You see that big tower up ahead, big chimney? That's Newport Power Station, which they only use when there's a shortage on the power network, which on a cold day like this it probably is. Yep, so this is the second coffee of the day. I had a coffee when I was at home. This one's the second one. I may well have one when I get to Yarraville. So we'll see how we go. Nice little cottages. Very English style because when they were built, everybody was sucking on Mama England's tit. Looks like somebody's lost a hat. And so they put that there so they can pick it up when they come back. Going to a bit of an industrial area here with oil pipelines and things. We will see a lot more of the houses and stuff as we get further along. So it looks like we've got about a kilometre of this before things change again. More trains. It's a no drone zone for some reason. Newport Terminal. Okay, time to zoom and to speed ramp. That's good advice. The Herald Sun is a right-wing newspaper. They have aviation fuel pipelines under there, which leads me to suspect there's a big long pipeline going to Laverton Air Force Base, but don't quote me on that. I can just see the towers of the Westgate Bridge up ahead, over in that direction. Now I may need to take a right-hand turn down the end here and go under the Westgate, but there might be a bike path that'll give me a shortcut, but we'll see. There's a bakery here, which is kind of cool, in an old industrial building. We've almost made it to Spotswood. Spotswood's also the name of an Australian movie which starred Anthony Hopkins just before he hit as Hannibal Lecter. Kind of a latter-day Ealing comedy about an efficiency expert in a shoe factory in Spotswood in the 1960s. And here's the Melbourne Academy of the Performing Arts. Cool. You can see down there a lot of the old factories being ripped out and new things put in. The usual construction noise. There you go. That's the old style buildings. We're back to suburbia. And they must love the construction noise. And the train noise. This sandwich between the two. This is very different from the last walk with the black swans and pelicans. But it is what it is. And they've got the usual thing where they rip out cottages and put up things like that for no good reason. This style of cottage is what they call a California bungalow. Very popular. And they cost a lot of money these days. I'm moving the camera around so I don't take photos of people or video of people who don't want it. It's a nice old house. Divided. Nice old-ish house with a little garden. Right next to a bus depot. And we have officially reached Spotswood Station. Which I've never been outside of the station of before. I've gone through it, but I've never been out here. Just paused to put my gloves back on because my hands are getting cold. It's still cold enough to do steamy breath, you see. And the fingers are getting cold. Especially that one with the buggered glove. Okay, these are entrance to Spotswood Station. 2 more stations to go. Yarraville and then Seddon. More graffiti vehicles. There's a few shops down there, and over there, Spotswood Pub. An old school train station area pub. The spelling on the top says Spotswood with an E on the end of it, but the spelling of the suburb now is without the E. They've got more shops on that side of the tracks with a level crossing. Okay, on to Yarraville, which is the longest stretch of the 3 because we've got to get to the other side of the Westgate Bridge. So this one is the anti-penultimate walk. 2 more after this. Oh, and I've got to take photographs. I haven't done that yet. I'll do that when we get closer to Yarraville. Someone remind me. Okay, it says no through road, and up there is the highway going to across the bridge. So I have to turn right here, which will unveil to you the Westgate Bridge, which I will be walking beneath. So another detour for us. Never actually walked underneath it, come to think of it. Let's see how that goes. And it looks like there's no footpath here. So, we're walking on the side of the road for a while as we approach the bridge. Don't think they encourage pedestrians here, because the next block doesn't have footpath either. And there's Vizzy. I think that's owned by Anthony Pratt, one of the benighted Australian billionaires who sucked up to Trump and went to the Met Gala ball this year dressed up as a chocolate in wrapping paper. There we go. I can see the road we've got to take under the bridge. We get under it. Oh, I shouldn't just say the bridge, because there's a tunnel underneath as well, which hasn't opened up yet for pedestrian, or well, not pedestrian, but for motor traffic. They're duplicating the crossing across the Yarra by putting in a tunnel. Very controversial, because they were digging for the tunnel. They had a whole bunch of toxic waste from 19th century industry that they had to burrow through. And that cost a lot of money. And also the Westgate Bridge. See the two towers up there on the bridge? They're there for a reason. The reason is, in the early 1970s, when they were building it, the original plan didn't have those two towers. And as they were constructing it, the centre span collapsed and fell into the river. People died, and put back construction, obviously. But they had to redesign the bridge, and it hasn't collapsed in the last 50 years, almost 55 years, so hopefully it won't. And that's the reason my mother-in-law won't drive across the Westgate Bridge, because it collapsed 50 odd years ago. A little bit of street art and graffiti, lots of tagging, of course. I think in a little bit we've got a footpath on the other side of the road, which will be good. It's a little easier to walk on even forward. In fact, they've already started, I missed it. Let's cross the road. Here's a better view of the art, such as it is. Seems very fucked up. There's more street art down here, which I think is a reference to the 13th floor. That's kind of cool. If you don't know, the 13th floor came out roughly the same time as The Matrix, similar concept. There's a scene that's very reminiscent of that near the climax of the movie. That's pretty cool. I'm impressed with that. Let's hold on that while I walk this next bit. Very cool. And the bridge is now looming over us a little bit, and it will do a lot more. As you can see from the damp roads, we have had a lot of rain. Fortunately, absolutely none of it will affect us. And there's no sign of it starting up again, which is good. Not sure what that is. Maybe it's a dogging area or something. As you can see, the bridge is way up there and reaching all around to there. I think this is a bus depot. Just here, it says sleep bus. Yeah, it is. It's a bus depot for maybe for interstate buses. Kind of old school 20th century building. A little bit of a curler queue up there. Sleepbus.org. Cool. Didn't know about that. Okay, going to pause here because there's a muddy bit ahead I need to check out. Okay. Yeah, there's going to be traffic noise here. I just stepped over the muddy bit as we head towards the bridge. Have a look at that. A lot of mud. So my shoes have suddenly got about 2 kilos heavier. So I'm going to scrape them to get all that mud off them. Now, I think I have to walk across to the other side to find a footpath. Because, yeah, it's a little busy there. So we look to the right, we look to the left, we look to the right again. And we walk across. And there's the Yarra River looking across toward the city of Melbourne over there. And up there is the bridge. So technically I've reached the Yarra River, which is a big achievement. All the way from Werribee. So that's kind of cool. And over here is the city of Melbourne, our ultimate but not yet destination. Cool, let's go. Now what I've got to do is get under the bridge, and you don't really get the enormity of these vertical pillars on the camera, but they are big. We're going under them, we're going across where the tunnel entrance starts, and then I cut left to get back up towards Yarraville. Health update, I probably need to stop and have a drink soon because I'm smacking my lips again, which is, as we know, an indicator that I'm thirsty. And then onwards to Yarraville and to Seddon, which is about 800, 900 metres from Yarraville. So it's really easy to get to from there. And I've got to take photos, so I'm going to pause to take photos. And this is the memorial to all of the workers who died during the construction at 11:50 a.m. 15th of October 1970. So it's got all of their names. Sorry, I didn't name that right. It's got all of their names and also their jobs. So there were Italian people from all over the world worked on this bridge and died during the industrial accidents on 15th of October 1970. And here's a memorial on one of the pillars. So most people would never see this because they don't walk here. One of the virtues of doing walking. So that's quite sad. Let's get going and get to the other side of all of the construction and the roadworks. And if you look down here, there are the tidal mangroves on the Yarra River, because it is tidal and it goes out to the bay. So there are mangroves quite close to Melbourne City. And there's a lot more of them too. Heading out there. Which is kind of cool. Now what I have to do is get across to the other side of the road here, which is not going to be terribly easy, but I should be able to do it down at these lights near the mangroves. Stony Creek Blackwash, it says this is. Welcome to Stony Creek Backwash. And there we go. There's the Westgate again. And we're going up through the green space there to Yarraville. Here we go. Okay, I did say I was going to pause for a drink, so I will pause for a drink here and then we'll continue on. Okay, onwards we go. And we have a nice friendly sign saying, "Welcome to the city of Melbourne-Naarm." Thank you. Stony Creek High Street Reserve, Urban Creek Habitat. So we're going up to there. Yep, coming all the way up there. And then Yarraville. Neato. Dogs on the lead, clean up after your dog, caution snakes in the area, respect the wildlife. And what have we got? Traditional lands of the Yellow Kit Willem clan of the Bunurong people. And we've got water birds and possums as well. It's good to have the historical context for all of this. Stony Creek is located on the traditional lands of the Kulin Nation. We offer our respects to the elders of these lands, past, present and emerging, as we do. Let's go. So we get a little bushland walk, which is nice. Not everything is bougie apartments. Now, probably won't see any snakes because it's too cold for them. It's too cold for me, come to think of it, but it's definitely too cold for snakes. A little bit of a windy path, but it's nice. There's a little bit of revegetated bushland. Oh no, it's an uphill walk. Haven't done many uphill walks since leaving Werribee. I suppose it had to happen sooner or later, didn't it? Can't complain. One slight hill in 30 odd kilometres of walking. You'd be churlish to whinge about it. This would be nice in the summertime if it wasn't for traffic noise from the bridge. So basically we're doubling back toward the railway track because the freeway and the bridge stopped us taking a more direct route. There you go, looking back. And there's Stony Creek, just see it down there at the foot of the bridge. And here's the view from the top of the hill. Cool. Not the nicest of days, but what do you want in winter? Hey, there's a train there, which means we're almost back at the train line. One last view around the park. And out we go at the end here. It's about the Westgate Tunnel project. Actually, the tunnel goes under over here. So if we continue along here, which we will, we'll actually be going over the tunnel, about 30 or 40 metres down. Let's do that. Nope, we can't go that way because it's blocked. Let's go this way then. It will take us over to Yarraville. I'm getting over detours, I can tell you, after the last effort. Okay, in a slight industrial area, but we will cut across to Yarraville very soon. And there's a doggy daycare in there. So we must be getting back to the bougie end of town. Okie dokie. Looks like somebody's got a little garden there. Nice. Now the question is, can I go down here? I might take the next one, but I will cross the road so you can see some nice cottages. Nice little $2.5 million cottages. And a police helicopter up there. A new tasteless house being built. And a nice little older cottage with a bit more character. And there's the railway track again. A big monolithic piece of brutalist architecture there. Out of tone with the rest of the suburb, which is more like this. And some older cottages here. Might be 19th century, who knows? Or early 20th. This one's definitely old. And we're almost at Yarraville shops. Let's keep going. That one's kind of cool. Needs a bit of work, but it's kind of cool. A bit of street art's kind of cool. that leads up to the vent in the house. It's very nice. Kind of like that one a little bit more than I like a lot of the other newer places. It's got a little bit of riz to it. And on the corner here we've got a bluestone place, which has been turned into apartments. And nice little terrace cottages here. Might need a bit of love, but they're not bad. And we've reached the Yarraville shops. Takeria y bebida. And we've reached Anderson Street, decorated with polka dots, but no moonbeams. We're going to go down to the station after we check out the pelicans and the ibises on the seating, because I need a gentleman's break and a coffee, and then we're going to come back and work our way from there. That big long line of school kids is heading for the Sun Cinema to see a movie on a school excursion. Little kiddies do that during the week. Very often when I go down there, there are tons of school kids just waiting to see whatever the latest movie is. Probably Elio this time. But there we are, Yarraville Station. One more station to go. And this is a level crossing. And there's the station. Oops, they're shutting the gates. Here we go. We just made it. And maybe coming this way. It's an annoying noise, I know, but so it is. That one would be the Werribee train because it didn't stop. And I'm going to stop the camera for my comfort break, and then we will get back into it. It's out of order, we're going to have to wait till that's going to cross the railway track. And the train tracks are closing again because this is a very busy train line. But I'm going to pick up a coffee, walk up past the Sun Cinema for you, and then on to Seddon. Here we go, the train's on its way. Nice panning shot there. Wait for it to open and get over to the coffee shop.
Yeah, exactly.
They've got a hole in the wall coffee dispensary here, which is good.
Thank you.
Yeah, can I get a double shot espresso, please, mate?
I'm sorry, mate?
Double shot espresso.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks very much. Have a good day, mate. Okay, let's go back this way, the way we came. And we'll give you the full view of the Sun Cinema. There'll probably be about 1 million school kids outside it, so that makes it harder to film there. But I did get my other coffee. So there is that. Now technically there is an op shop at the end of this street, but we're not passing it, so it doesn't count for the op shop rule. Somebody's left this here, which is kind of cool. Around here into this little public area, which is very cool. And Werribee. It's not soaked by rain. It's quite a nice area to just hang out around here, day or night. And there it is, the Sun Cinema, with a whole bunch of little kiddies outside it waiting to go in. One of my favourite cinemas in Melbourne.
Alright, I'm going to walk across the road again.
Just had to avoid a whole bunch of kiddie winkies to keep filming. And it started raining very slightly. Let's hope it doesn't continue, but it is raining very slightly. Trugo mural. Trugo is a really weird mallet sport that was created here in Melbourne and is only played here in Melbourne. There's a Trugo club not far away. And I don't know the rules, but it was played mostly by railway workers, which is why the train's there. And it says Trugo up on the train. So there is that. So we're going to walk down the side of the Sun Cinema. Like I said, my favourite cinema in Melbourne. Possibly the Astor, but the Sun's got more screens, so maybe that is the reason why I like it a little bit better. But here's the back of all the shops we went past. And now we chuck a right and we walk down to Seddon. And then my work for the day is done. Now I can take a train home and start editing this mishmash into something resembling a cohesive narrative. No guarantees, but we will try. And there is the back of the Sun, which tells you what movies they're showing. Which is very cool, and we'll date this video. It's been going since 1938. Next station is our destination. There's some magpies down there. Okay, that's better. Let's get this last bit done. We'll follow that train. Looks like there's a path going along the railway track, which is useful. Feet and ankles are doing okay. Hips and legs are doing okay. A little bit hot. But on the other hand, there's wisteria or something over there. I'm sure somebody will tell me if it's not. We're coming up on something a little bit different. An air quality monitoring station. Cool. Glad somebody is. And there is a sign. Seddon Station, 0.6 kilometres, which is 600 metres. Cool. There's a little dog park here. So by this time next week I'll be in Melbourne, which I'm kind of looking forward to. I expect a ticker tape parade, champagne, and all of the other good stuff. That's useful. There's a bin up here I can put my coffee cup in it. A couple of walks ago I made a mistake with my coffee cup and stuck it in my pocket, and it tipped upside down and put sticky coffee all over my car keys. Nice place, that one. In the next video we're going to see a giant Chinese goddess, which will be very cool. Now for the first time on this walk I've got the sun in my eyes. Some nice little gardens around here. So they're not at their best in winter. So by my reckoning, after I get here, I've only got about 8 kilometres to go. Lots of old working people's cottages along here, since been upgraded and made more expensive. It's my train going past. But to get home I've got to go back to Newport and then change trains. I think I can see the overpass at Seddon Station up ahead. And in the distance, Melbourne-Naarm. There we go, proof of a live shot. We've made it to Seddon because it's just over here. And a little tired this time, I'm not sure why, but I'm a little tired on this one. Let me just adjust something. There we go, the wide angle lens. But yeah, 2 more to go after this, 2 more. And then everything is cool. Here we go, we're at the shops. Fig and walnut. An osteopath. And there's a street library here, cool. There's a lady looking at books, so I won't interrupt her. So thanks a lot for watching. Usual things, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this one. You can also support the channel by becoming a patron at patreon.com/TerryTalksMovies. Next up we're doing Seddon to South Kensington, and then South Kensington to Melbourne. All very exciting. So I will catch you guys on the next one. And in the meantime, go out if you can and go for a walk. And I just missed it. It happens.